your weekly essential where we play you a band that you need to know. If you don't know them already, this band is called Heavy Heavy Low Low for your weekly essential. Be sure to send us your comments, your questions, and or your suggestions to ryansrockshow.com. Now, I had a chance to meet up with Erik from Horse the Band. Here's what he had to say.
By the time I was done with UCLA, I realized that it's one of the nerdiest schools in the world with the most boring people ever.
A lot of Asians.
Yeah, it's a lot of people that think that they're super smart, but they're just smart, but they're not super smart.
So they're like book smart?
Yeah,
They get to work done?
well, not even that. They work really hard. They're just like hard-working, normal people in high school.
Yeah.
And like, they take themselves so seriously, but like, they're, I don't know, it's not like they're at Harvard or something, so it's kind of like boring. It was really weird, and I'm glad I went there, but by the time I was done, if I wouldn't have done the band and stayed on that college to 9-to-5 job track, my life would be like a complete pile of shit right now.
What made you want to do the band thing after college?
We always wanted to do the band, and it was like we never had a goal in mind. It was just like we loved playing music so much that we'd see each other on vacations, and the only thing we would do is play music and make up songs and practice. And like then I got, after like the whole mail order thing, I got way into like screamo and like power violence and stuff like that. Like this really like exclusive kind of like internet scene of like mail order and record trading and stuff, and all the bands in that scene are super DIY, and we're booking their own tours, just playing basements and stuff. And I would look at their tours and I'd be like, this sounds like the coolest thing ever, like,
That's badass, dude.
and I just kind of like forced our band into it with like brute force, because no one knew who we were, and I was just like, we're gonna go play these shows, guys. We're driving to Connecticut this summer, and we're gonna play in this basement because it sounds really cool. And then like we started touring, and like it was like horrible at first, but it was the most fun we ever had in our lives.
So you guys booked your own U.S. tours at first?
Yeah, like
In basements?
yeah, we did 2 tours like that, and then we did the last tour that I booked was 3 months, and then it was like 88 shows in 90 days, and it was 8 countries. So
How'd you do that in different countries? Like, were they all English-speaking countries?
people spoke English. Yeah, like we're booking a tour right now.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah.
It's like your 40-country world tour or something. And I was like, what the hell is that? So I was like, dude, I gotta get these guys on the show.
Yeah, like that first time, I was like, let's just go to England, because people were asking us to, and I was like, let's see if we can do it. We have to pay for flights, whatever. Maybe we'll lose some money. So I just put up on our webpage, and we had a mailing list. It was like before MySpace then. And I was like, England, help. And it was like, email this email address. And we got a ton of emails, and then we were able to do like 9 English dates. And while we were doing that, people were like, hey, if you're in England, why don't you come play a show in France and Germany? So like these people were organizing shows for us there, and we just added it on, and it just kind of like happened. So, and we did Mexico and Canada that tour too.
How'd you get transportation over there, though?
We rented a van. No. The first time we just had like friends there, and they drove us around in 3 cars.
That is badass, dude. That's like so cool.
The second time we rented a van, and our old drummer totaled it.
You just totaled it? Like,
Yeah, like we had to pay a deductible, but it only cost like $1,000.
Well, wasn't the currency different then? Like the dollar was worth more when you guys were doing that a few years ago?
In England, the pound's always been like twice as much as the dollar.
Shit, are you serious?
Yeah,
God
but it's
damn.
even more now. It's like 2.5.
What's wrong with U.S. money?
Yeah, U.S. now is lower than Canada.
I know. That's sad, dude.
Yeah.
That is sad.
Yeah. That's why it's the perfect time to go tour the rest of the world, because like, not in terms of us buying stuff, but in terms of us making foreign currency and then cashing it here, you get way more money now from doing that. So,
That's true, huh? You
Yeah,
get
yeah.
that money and then you just cash it and convert it over.
Yeah, like when we did our Canadian money, like, don't tell any of the Canadians this, but their currency's worth more, but like their prices haven't adjusted, so we can still sell shirts there for $20. So we're selling shirts for like $22, $23 US, and people still buy them.
And they have hot chicks in Canada too. Super hot chicks.
Yeah, dude.
That's awesome.
Sometimes, but yeah, they definitely exist there.
Yeah, it's weird. Is it a different vibe over there? The culture?
A little bit. I don't know, like, if you spend too much time there, you start to see the differences, but if you go there for like a day,
Yeah.
or like a week even, you really, I don't know. Maybe kids are still a little bit more appreciative of music there, but not much, because everyone tours Canada now, so it's almost the same as the US. But like Mexico is like your rock god if you go down there.
Is it fun to play in Mexico?
Mexico is like the funnest place to play.
Really? Like which city? Like Mexico City?
Pretty much any city, but like, yeah, Mexico City's awesome. Monterrey is probably the best in terms of like crowd going nuts, but like they just treat you like, I don't know. It's stupid how they treat you, because like, you know who you are. Yeah, you're just like this kid, and then everyone in the whole building wants to take a picture with you. But
What?
it's cool though. I mean,
I heard it's
nice.
like that in Japan.
Yeah, we haven't been there, but we'll see.
Yeah. Dude, that's crazy. You guys got 5 shows in Japan, right?
I think we have 4 in Japan.
4? That's gonna be fun.
But like, we have some ridiculous stuff like South Korea, Philippines, Hong Kong, Malaysia, Singapore, Thailand, Indonesia.
What?
Yeah.
You just gotta drive around everywhere?
No, we have to fly like almost every day for a while at first, because they're all like water separated down there.
How are you guys gonna get money to do that though?
We think that we can make it back. Like, me and Dave are relatively smart and good business managers for the band, because we've been like booking our own stuff for so long. So like, we're taking us and 2 crew, and then we're gonna be flying some people in, like writers and like photographers and stuff like that, to some shows. So basically we have to spend like $40,000 up front on credit cards to buy all these flights, and then just slowly make it back. But like, you know, if something happens where we can't finish the tour, me or Dave are going to be really, really fucked if we're not dead. Because I think the number one cause to end the tour would be us dying.
Wow. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to get credit cards with like a 40,000 limit.
Yeah,
And
well, we can't get that high of a limit, so we need a couple.
Okay.
Probably like 3 credit cards.
3 credit cards. And you're going to have like $40,000 that you can spend on your credit cards.
Yeah, like
And you're just going to like, just do it all the whole time.
you can get round the world plane tickets, so it's like, I don't know, somehow it's cheaper for the airlines if you keep taking flights that go in the same direction and make like a full circle. They can give you like really discounted rates somehow.
Yeah.
So we're doing that, because like if we would have just done regular flights for 7 people, it wouldn't be $40,000, it'd be like $100,000. So like,
Right.
and we're doing like regional airlines wherever we can, where, you know, like here, like Southwest, like they have that in Australia. It's like $30 to fly city to city and
Yeah,
stuff.
that's
So
awesome.
yeah, so like there's like a ton of research involved, but I don't know. Once we get to Europe, we don't just have a van after that. Like we fly into Russia, we fly to Belarus, because I guess it's not safe to cross the borders in a car there. The border will fuck with you, they say. And then we fly to Germany, and then we're in a van the rest of the tour until we fly home. So like,
So you guys are going to do like Euro trip over there.
yeah, I think we have 45 cities in Europe.
What? That's crazy, dude.
I don't like, if you're in a band and you know that you're not gonna like become the next whatever Linkin Park or even Chiodos, you're not gonna make that much money. Like, you may as well, if you're at the level where you can see the world at least and break even, like, why not?
Do it.
Yeah. Because that's why we started touring. I just wanted to see the U.S. and now like we're so done with the U.S. Like, I mean, I love the U.S., but driving across it like 13 or 14 times a year is just ridiculous. It's too much. Yeah.
Wow. So you hate Chiodos, don't you? You don't like their music at all. I read one of your MySpace bullet points or blogs or whatever.
I mean, I see where people are coming from when they like them.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that I agree with them, but I see the appeal.
Yeah.
But like, really, it's just become more of a funny thing to do because they're so upset about it. Like, they won't comment on it. They won't talk to us. Like, we tried to fuck around with them when we were on Warped Tour. We tried to hang out with them, and like,
Really?
their guitarist was cool and talked to Dave, and they're just like, oh, ho, 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 funny, like. But their singer is like so butthurt about it, and like, so we just, I don't know. It's just funny to us because like, to shake things up. Nobody will ever say something that will make someone go, oh, like. And it's so boring. Like, you read these interviews or listen to interviews, and everyone's just trying to be like all PC and offend the least amount of
Did you know those guys?
No, any band in the whole scene. Yeah.
Oh, dude, I interviewed these bands, so I know exactly.
For the last 2.5 years, and we just broke up. And
Oh, that sucks.
so I had to move to Silver Lake, which I told you I'd hate.
Oh.
And I'm just living there temporarily in this furnished place because we're leaving on that world tour. And after that, we want to do Warped Tour. And after that, we're going to do like Warped Tour of Brazil probably. It's like 3 weeks.
There's a Warped Tour in Brazil this year?
Well, it's not a Warped Tour, but it's sponsored by, excuse me, bands.
About to burn. Yeah.
And we got invited to do that because I guess now we're known as like the crazy band that will play anywhere or whatever. Like, I don't know, 3 weeks in Brazil sounds pretty awesome. So
fun.
yeah, we're not going to be home for more than like a couple weeks for the next like 7 or 8 months after March, I think. So like, I don't want to get a new place. And oh yeah, my job. I got this really cool job where we were home for a really long time once, like writing. Actually, like last year. So I started working for this computer distributor. Like, they sell laptops online and stuff, and then they also like wholesale computers, and they have this huge warehouse. It's a really rad company. So anyway, I work for them, and like, I buy and sell for them, and I do their website. And I can just like come and go as I please, which is ridiculous.
Dude, that is awesome.
Yeah. Most times you get that job, you work in like a candy store or something, and they're like, oh, come back. But like, my job is actually pretty sweet and it pays well, and then I can just be like, oh, see you guys in like half a year.
Who does your promotion? How do you guys promote your shows overseas and in different countries?
That's one of the things that we're trying to do. So like, all these people that work for bands and take percentages, it's mostly just like when you decide to be lazy. Because like, you can do all this shit yourself, and like, nobody is really that much better at it than anyone else. It's just a matter of how many contacts you have and like connections and how long you've been doing it for. So like, by now, we have like a ton of promoters that have worked with us from booking so many shows and then playing package tours and stuff. So like, doing promotion, we have a PR person in the US, and she did our album, and I think she's doing US promotion of this tour, but there's only 4 shows in the US, so it's Maria Ferrero. She does like all the big like metal bands, kind of like, and then she did Death Clock.
Is that like a PR company she works for?
Yeah.
What's the name of the company?
I can't believe I can't remember our own PR company right now. I'll think of it in a second.
Okay, yeah.
But like, she did like Megadeth and like all these huge bands back in the day. She's been doing it forever, so. But in terms of like these shows, we basically just put an open letter on our website. Like, anybody who wants to street team for us in any country will send you posters, we'll send you stickers, we'll send you a few CDs, and just like go crazy, copy them, hand it out, tell people about our show. And like, we've been getting a ton of emails just from kids who want to like promote the shows in every country.
Yeah.
So it's like super grassroots, but like, people want to help, and there's people that speak English everywhere. Like, young people in every country are learning English like as they grow up, just from watching TV, reading lyrics and stuff. So it's totally doable.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's doable for everyone, because I know a lot of bands, and I know a lot of bands that don't have any members with the drive that could actually do it. But like if you have someone in your band that really wants to do this stuff, like you can totally do it. It's just a ton of work, but it's worth it. So.
Oh man, that's crazy. I'm just trying to like think of like all these different places that you guys are going to go to and all the different foods you guys are going to eat.
Yeah.
And all the weird people you're going to meet.
The craziest part is like some of the we're not necessarily scared because like I don't think it's good to be scared. And we did a tour of Mexico where we were just driving our van. They'll go now, but they'll fly in for like 2 or 3 shows and fly out.
Yeah.
But like we were just driving, we drove all the way to Mexico City, and like everyone's like, "You guys are crazy!" Like it's not like people are getting murdered in Mexico like all day long, you know? Like people go about normal lives there, and like there's roads and there's not hills and like whatever. There's kids there that listen to music. So we did it, and it was like one of the most fun tours that we've done. But like for Turkey, there's actual government warnings, travel advisories for Americans not to go there. Oh, and Philippines, because of terrorist shit. And so it is a little bit weird to know that there's going to be flyers all around a city that are going to say, force the band, and then they say USA in parentheses, because that's how they'll bill you anytime it's a foreign band, because people are interested in that.
Really? So people will come to your show just because they say USA?
Yeah, totally.
Whoa, that's awesome, man.
I mean, they actually, like, a ton of people who would just be like, oh, an American band is coming, like, and they would go. Like, so the only scary thing is, you know, any group or whatever thinks that we're like some high profile thing and they can just walk into a club and blow us up or kidnap us, but a pretty okay chance of happening according to the US government websites.
Yeah.
So that's a little bit scary. But then again, it's 9/11, and that was like way worse than anything that's ever happened in any of those countries in terms of a terrorist attack. So like,
That's true.
but then again, America, and we're gonna look like Americans when we're in Indonesia for sure.
Dude, totally.
So I don't
What's up,
know.
man? So, bro. Hey there. I thought you like moved to New Jersey. Yeah, it's Hollywood, man. People come, people go.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So, when you all these tours and stuff, what do you think? Like booking agents and the way the music industry is right now.
I think record labels, they can't really make money anymore.
That's true. Huh?
So it's funny because like it's a kind of a one-sided deal, and sometimes it just depends on the band. But like if the band has good songs and they get that exposure from being on a record label, it will totally propel them. Just like Victory, they'll blow up. And Victory Records is one of the labels that can still make money, and their bands don't make any money.
With the exception of 1997, because that
Oh.
they really do. Right? It's like, damn, what are they signing now? Like, I mean, they have some really good bands on there. But,
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, it's cool. Think about pretty much if Sub Pop signs a band, they're guaranteed to blow up in the U.S.
Yeah.
And I think Sub Pop still makes a lot of money. I like Sub Pop Records, like group of like weirdos in their 30s that like strap their children to them and take walks with their dogs and stuff. I don't know, like I think that record labels though, well they're starting to do these deals where they'll take percentages of the band's total income, like, and that's the only way that they can survive anymore, I guess. And that sucks.
That sucks,
like we'd never go into a deal like that. No labels, they hear about us and then they find out about our record label, which is pretty counterproductive for us because like half the point of being on a label is so that people find it.
Do they give you tour support?
No, they won't, because
they're like, no.
Yeah, like they actually own the rights to our window of time that they can release it in, and then if they don't do it, we can get other labels to release it, but we're still in that window. So like all these other countries, at least we can't do it. And we bugged Koch and we're like, hey, like, because they could release it in Japan if they bugged. They could release it in Germany and the UK if they like really bugged. So it's probably not going to get released and it sucks.
Oh shit. Man.
But it did get released in Australia. That's cool.
Oh yeah. How did that go in Australia? Oh man.
I mean, there's evidently a lot of people there wanting to see us.
Yeah.
Because we've gotten like a ton of emails from Australia. But it came out after it got released, so I would assume most people just downloaded it, you know, at first. So.
Here, give me 1 sec, because this is...
Thanks to Erik for coming on the show. We leave you this week shining some limelight on a band. They're called the Tony Danza Tap Dance